Hey, so quick update just to show you what I've been doing. Haven't made much progress, but um, just to keep you apprised um, and what my next steps are, because I think I will be making a bit of progress soon. So here's the Void Miner. You can see we're powering it now, and we've gotten a few things. So the next thing is to set up the processing chain for all this stuff, which is what I want to do next. So this is part of the power system that I've got for it. I had to go through many iterations to get this working. Basically at the moment we have I think we've got four garden cloches that are creating hemp. Power is yeah, it's run out. Okay, so I still need to tweak it. Anyway, so we've got some. We're growing some hemp. And it's piping into here, so that we get the hemp fiber and the hemp seeds. The seeds we're then transporting over to here and to here, and then we're making plant oil. Oh, okay. That should not have gotten any pumpkins. Yeah, so, and then this one, okay, it's still getting pumpkins. Where is it getting pumpkins from? Hang on, because I didn't lock the drawer. I used to have a drawer for pumpkins up there too. There we go. That should fix that. Take the pumpkins out. Right. And you can see we've got melons coming in from here. You can see the lasers going up there. And then we're turning those into ethanol, and then they both go into the refinery. Plant oil plus ethanol equals biodiesel, and then the biodiesel goes into the generator to power everything. This is an extra squeezer, which I was previously doing pumpkin seeds, but they're not as efficient as the hemp seeds. And in this pack, the squeezer and the fermenter take up a hell of a lot of power. So basically, if you use anything other than hemp seeds, you can't actually gain power. You use more power generating it than you generate. And so this is because the original idea was pumpkin seeds and melon wedges. So there's a pumpkin and melon farm running, and we have these farmers on the edge that harvest them. I've only got one running at the moment. I only seem to need one, so we'll leave it at that. I think I need to figure out what I want to do, whether I keep the pumpkins and the melons and store them somewhere. You can use them for villager trading and stuff if we get into that. But yeah, so got that, and then I've just created a new level, B4, which we're getting pretty close to the Blaze farm and the mob farm up there. This will be where I put all the ore processing at the moment. So from the miner I will pipe all the ore up to here and then do some processing. So one of the things I will be doing is completely overhauling the power system, because the diesel generator is crap. There's just no way to use it. You can use it, but you get only slightly better power than 3 water wheels. So 3 water wheels versus all of this, and you get about the same power for each of them. So what I will be going with is compression dynamo. Now, compression dynamo is kind of like a diesel generator in that it just takes fuel and burns the fuel. The difference is it takes water as well. So I think there's biodiesel. I get 500,000 RF. I don't know if that's actually true. Most likely not true, but I have tested out the system, and I can, with the same amount of biodiesel that's required to fuel one diesel generator, I can fuel 18 compression dynamos and yeah, get enough power to run the miners and things. So yeah, I will be pulling all this down, setting up a new system to try and be more efficient in power. We need heaps and heaps of power. The next step would be then to finish my power cell battery up top, which requires a lot of copper, which is why I haven't done it yet. So in order to get the copper, I will be doing a orange laser lens on the void miner, which gives me almost a 50% chance of the ore mined being copper. So I will grab lots and lots of copper with that, and you can switch out the lenses at any time. So yeah, depending on what I'm running short of, I can swap it out for something else. But for now, I just want to grab heaps and heaps of copper, and then probably next would be tin, because those are the two main ones that I can't get from mining down where I'm mining. And the thing is, once I've set up the power to be able to just constantly mine stuff, and I know that nothing's going to get stuck, then I can just go and do heaps and heaps of mining myself and get heaps of diamonds and lapis and all sorts of other stuff that I can get myself while this is doing all the copper and tin, and then I can come up and use all those resources to start setting up the supply chain to or processing chain, so that I can end up with a bunch of storage drawers with just a whole heap of ore, or a whole heap of ingots I should say, not the ore. So yeah, that's what I'll be doing. So this will probably completely change. It's been a real pain in the butt to try and figure it out, and yeah, really disappointing when I did figure it out and was able to see the numbers and go, okay, well, basically they've nerfed it into to unusability essentially. So it's kind of annoying that they get you to do it as a quest, but then no one's really going to be making a diesel generator. Maybe because there's two ways to power a diesel generator. There's biodiesel and then there's actual diesel. But actual diesel you have to get from refining oil from the ground. I don't think there's any way to actually just make diesel, whereas, you know, biodiesel you get it from growing stuff. So it's not showing. So at least biodiesel shows you that the refinery makes it. Maybe diesel's not even oil. Yeah, so that's interesting that it doesn't show, because there is the quest that I haven't done yet. This distillation tower turns crude oil into lubricant, gasoline and diesel. So that might be a better way, but the only way to get crude oil, I think, is from getting it from the ground. So that means that you're constantly moving around. There's some kind of pump. Yeah, the pump jack. I believe that is what we would use. Oh, it's probably here at heavy machinery. What processing? Yeah, pump jack extracts crude oil from deposits under, it says underneath bedrock. Average oil deposit will take 11 days to deplete. Oh yeah, I don't know what the underneath the bedrock thing is. There is oil. So oil spawns like water and lava does underground with the immersive engineering mod. So you put your pump jack, I think, as far as I know, you put your pump jack up on the ground and it kind of drills down and finds the oil and pumps it out. But it means you've got to be constantly moving it around. Well, not constantly, but when it runs out, you have to move it around to try and get more oil, which, yeah, is not something I'm willing to do. You just want a power system that just generates power, So the other thing I haven't looked at is solar. I don't think they have any. Yeah. Basic solar panel. It looks like you'd need to generator. What's a generator do? I can probably make some of those, but they only work during the day. So the thing is, yeah, that one's GP, not RF. Yeah, then the thing is, you need to make a lot of them, because basically you need double your power generation, because it only works during the day and doesn't work at night. So in order to have enough power to survive the night, you need to have a big battery of power cells so that it's storing enough power that it can suck all that power up during the night and regenerate it during the day. Might try them out to see, but I don't hold much hope. The other thing that I will be looking at and experimenting with is canola. So actually additions, the main way to generate power from there is getting canola, putting it in a canola press, and it gives you canola oil. The thing is, you can turn canola oil into, okay, we have to see here. So yeah, you can get canola oil, and then you can turn it into refined canola oil or crystallized oil, and then finally empowered oil. So there's lots of steps to get up to empowered oil, but you can start generating power straight from the normal oil. and you can even put it into the compression dynamo. Actually, Additions has an oil generator I need to test and see how much power that makes compared to a compression dynamo. I think I might go with the compression dynamo just because it's more versatile in what I can put into it. So yeah, so canola oil just itself does 80,000 RF. Biodiesel does 500,000. So it doesn't really say how many ticks, but yeah. I think, yeah, the top one is naphtha, is it? For 1 million? I know. Refined fuel is the top with 1.5. I think, yeah, that's naphtha. And then naphtha's from crude oil. Yeah, you can do all sorts of different ones. So there's your empowered oil, does 700,000. Refined canola oil does 200,000. And the thing is, like, generating the canola oil might take less power to actually get the canola oil versus how much it's currently taking to make the biodiesel. So I just have to experiment a bit with that and see what to get the greatest returns in a fairly compact way as well. Like, these are quite big machines and they run fairly slowly and take up a lot of power to do it. So if I can come up with something that works a bit smoother, I'll show you my test world if I can. I have some issues with the game not wanting to load a second time. So we'll see if this works. If it doesn't, I'll just end the video here. Yeah, usually it just gets stuck on that 0%. Yeah, I don't think it's going to work. But yeah, so initially I was testing actually in my world and actually building the stuff and playing with it because I find that a lot more enjoyable. But it was just taking so long to test stuff, and some of these things take a lot of resources. Like, I've used a lot of steel building all those immersive engineering things and stuff, so and all the different pipes and things. So yeah, I switched over to a creative world and was experimenting in there with stuff. That's how I finally figured out how to get the diesel generator working with the hemp seeds and things, which, you know, I probably wouldn't have tried in the normal world because it requires setting up a whole new garden for things and stuff. But yeah, so yeah, I'll leave it there for now, so you know where I'm at, and hopefully all the power generation stuff will be done next video, and we'll be concentrating on actually what to do with that power and how to get those resources, because I want to just be able to go in and create like a couple stacks of electronic circuits and a couple stacks of machine casings and things like that, so that when I go through all the quests, I'm not having to constantly craft everything up. I've got all these things already prepared. Yeah, and then we can push for the next stage, which is the crafting that uses RF with it and getting into the thermal expansion and thermal foregoing and stuff, the more advanced machines. It'll be interesting to see how quickly we can get there. I think we can open it up fairly quickly, but to be able to comfortably do all that stuff, I think takes a bit more preparation, which I'm willing to do, and will be fun. But yeah, I'll see you on the next one.